Hey, welcome to this episode of the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast. And again, it says that my destinations are not like all in. Oh, Facebook. All right, it is my bad because I did schedule out and it's a long time since I scheduled out. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I should not have done the whole scheduling. I don't usually do that until I'm about to go live, but so it said no. So I'm going to have to share this one out again. It's okay. It's okay. So welcome to the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast with that glitchy start. I'm your host, Iona Meade, at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. This YouTube podcast is on YouTube, so here I am waiting. So you'll be able to listen along on the podcast platforms as well. So today it is Health Freedom Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about balancing health and wealth. And I am here to give you a practical episode to share my own successes, my highs, my lows, all the things as we journal and we visualize and we set intentions today. And so before I get into the episode of rating our vibration and thinking about our vision board, I have a 7-day spiritual business vision board challenge for you. Links will be in the show notes. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about expressing gratitude. I think this is absolutely massive. We're going to talk about how you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day. And we are going to talk about setting your intentions for this next week around your health. I'm really excited to do this because I haven't. And I did go for a walk today, but I haven't. I'm not on top of my game, and I'm juggling with that balancing health and wealth, right? And so this podcast is for me as well as it is for you, right? So we figure stuff out together, and we just, as long as we're progressing, which we are, right? Hopefully you are. And if you're not, stick with me. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the soul income game, banking 50k in 50 days, because that's health and wealth and balancing the two, which is really, really, really impactful as a spiritual entrepreneur. And especially if you have a movement inside of you, trust me, balancing those two are the thing. And today is very timely. So I'm going to share with you. And then I'm going to pull, there's 3 cards. I don't know, the Keepers of the Light. They're like coming in. So I'm going to share these at the end. 3 of them for us. And then I'm going to give you an invite into the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network, the YouTube podcasting partnerships for spiritual entrepreneurs with a movement. If you are scheduled onto our, sorry, I'll stop making the camera move. If you're scheduled onto our monthly networking call, welcome, 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 welcome. I'm super excited to have you on there. It's a free networking call. So we can hold space for you, and we can come together, and we can co-create, and we can collaborate, and we can cross-promote, and we can be a guest, find a guest, help each other, support each other in sharing our gifts and getting each other out there. I think it's amazing as soul-guided influencers, sharing a vision, a common vision of raising the vibration of the collective, because that's why we're here. If I raise my vibration, you raise your vibration, we raise the vibration of the collective. And that is what I'm here for. Did you see that dip? The internet, I don't even know what's going on with it. Like, it was so much better. I just saw that dip. So apologies, the streaming and the what have you, it's fine. So it has been, health and wealth, it has been that me going on my spiritual awakening journey, and the last spiritual awakening, me experiencing burnout. And I haven't talked about it for a little while. I mention it every now and again, but I was fostering 3 children under 5 for a year, kinship fostering, right? My great niece and nephews. Amazing journey, hard lessons, a lot of sacrifice, and I wasn't able to build my business and my mental health, my emotional health, my spiritual health, my physical health, all the healths. I've got them. I talk about all the healths on the vision board. Environmental health just went completely off the charts for me. And I experienced burnout. And if you've ever experienced burnout, it was rude. Like, I was talking about this the other day to the lady who runs a kinship charity, and which I was saying, she said it just come out of nowhere. I said it crept up on me, and if you are experiencing anything like that, any health issues, health concerns, do take it seriously, especially when you're going through an awakening. Anyway, I didn't seek professional advice. I kind of just knew that what I was going through was the cause. Because internally, normally, I'm just, I'm good. And so a lot had transpired, and health and wealth, it meant that I wasn't working online. So that was my source of my income. And it meant a choice of not doing that thing anymore, which meant it impacted the wealth, right? And the finances and everything else in between. And I became a spiritual digital nomad, and I just gave up everything. I'm like, yeah, this is not the life. Like, I really want to go for my dreams. Has it been easy? Absolutely not. And I talk about these seven freedoms frequency because I have a big vision and mission inside of me. And when I talk about your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, your environmental health, I say that for me as well. And when I realized that, any area is off balance, it can send me spiraling down that emotional scale, right? That Abraham Hicks emotional scale. And it's not somewhere that I usually reside. Do you know what I mean? And today has been one of those days for me. It's been one of the, I want to be real and transparent. It's been one of those days for me. It's been an up and down day. I'm hormonal, so I expect to be emotional. My daughter rang me. She's come back. I was saying last week, she's out in Greece for the week, and I've missed her so much. And we're not living closely now. And that has had a massive impact, really. And, we're okay. We're good. But she rang me and she's like, "You all right?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "What's the matter?" I'm like, "What?" Just speaking to her. And, I said, what's been going on and stuff. And I said, for me and my mental health and my emotional health, my spiritual health, my physical health, I moved to London. Not moved, like just staying in London, and have my friend out, and her health has not been 100%. And just having that love and compassion for people, and wanting to help and serve everyone. I was thinking about this when I was on my walk listening to the book You Can Heal Your Life, and just to bring the book in here now rather than leaving it to the end. You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. All it is thoughts. Everything is thoughts. Your vibration, it is speaking into the universe now as if what you want to happen is already manifested. However, if you are a spiritual entrepreneur with a movement, you're a light worker, and you've got gifts to go out in the world, and you've done my vision board challenge, and you don't have people around you who get it. I had a comment. It was actually a comment from my mum today, which like hit me. And like people do say all those things. And I was talking about it with my daughter, and people like, go and get a job, go and do this thing, go and, you know what I mean? And I was just like, that is the worst thing in the world. I've just done a whole entire year of serving, being in service, helping other people because their mental health wasn't in a good space, for these children. And you do what you've got to do. And I've worked with children since I was 14 years old. I'm 50. And my daughter said, "Mum, I think the universe is trying to tell you something." And I'm like, dude, like, it's telling me so many things. And she's like, "Yeah, I don't think it's telling you. I think it's telling you, it's giving you a lecture more than a lesson." I was like, whatever. And I said, I went for my walk, I listened to you, Louise Hay, and she's saying about your thoughts and blah, blah, blah. And, some people say, I can't do this because, so I can't have a love because I've been brokenhearted. I can't own a house because I had my house repossessed. I can't have blah, blah, blah. And that is not running through my mind at all. And one of the things that I really wanted to, my daughter just knows what to say. And I'm going to dive into the episode. I'm just speaking, And she said, when people give their opinion and it's not warranted, it's not asked for, and it had nothing to do with whatever it was. And, when you're asking and you're reaching out and you're accepting help, and what have you. And she's like, yeah, because people give you advice and the opinion of what they would do. So if you are in that space where you're trying to build your business and you're trying to do all the things and it's not manifesting as fast as you would like, and your health and your well-being isn't the best, I do encourage you to really look after yourself, but also address your thoughts, but also address the thoughts of the people that are around you as well, and what people are saying to you, because the beliefs that you try on, that you take and you absorb, are running the show and creating that reality. And so I walked down the street today and I saw Magpie. I'm telling you, I was like, I can't wait to do my live. I was going to do it earlier. This 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast. And I was like, there was one here. And I walked and there was not, and it was just there. And they were just in like really noticeable places, like in the middle of the car park with nothing else around it, or just swooping past me. Like I'm walking along my path and there's another one magpie. It's said to be sadness or something, or bad luck. I don't know, whatever it is. Maybe sadness. Is it sadness? I'm thinking, oh, bad luck. It's sadness. Is it two for, I don't know. What is it? Two for, one for, is it sadness? I don't even know. I'm going to look it up, right? But yeah, I felt sad today. So I'm happy in myself, the circumstances that evolve. It's like, oh, I just feel sad about certain things. And so my vibration is lower. So when I rate my vibration, it will be lower today. And it's not low in this moment because I'm doing what I love, but it has been lower today. So anyway, these magpies are like just there. And I'm like listening to my Audible book and I'm like, dude, I create my own reality. Don't know what you're doing, but I didn't come out to see one magpie. We did this before. And so I was like, just show me. I'd seen a robin earlier on. That's like my bird. And so I was like, I just swung my hand to the side. I was like, just bring me the robins like that. Just bring me the robins. And as I swung my hand, there was 3 that swooped up onto the rooftop. I said, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. When you see signs, I had this conversation yesterday. When you see signs or you get confirmations and you think, right, this is the path, it's the only path, but you're doubtful, or you're like, well, I don't want to continue on this path, or whatever it is that you're thinking, you're supposed to know. And I'm just like, I'm just going to make a decision, my damn self. Like, no. And so this robin, this magpie, there was another one, clear, people walking towards me, clear, up in the bush, in the trees, was right in front of me. I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to say, but like, thank you anyway. Just talking to this magpie looking like a crazy lady. And then I'm like, nah, I'm not having that. I'm not having whatever this one is. I paused and I was like, bring your friends. There's 3 of them. I think they'd all been following me. There was 3 of them. I said, that's more like it. So 3 for a girl, my daughter. That's what it is. There was sadness. I don't know what it means. But for when I've been growing up, it's like, it's bad luck. It's bad luck. You can't say a magpie. You've got to say all these things. And then I'm like, Iona, you're grown. The universe will give you signs, but you also have a choice and you create your reality. When you just, you believe in the universe, you believe in ease, grace, and flow, you believe in, manifesting. And then you are in the human world and what is evident is conflicting. And it's like, that is why I want to be here. That is what I want to share. I want to be raw and real. And I want to say that, looking after my health is paramount, like literally no matter what, like that's what I've got. I know that for sure. Getting back into my routine, being in a different space, I'm going to be able to do that because there'll be a little bit more room. And hopefully I'll get back into the gym soon as well, because I've loved that. But it was quite a far walk from here, and obviously the nights are drawing in, so that I will look into that as I relocate. So being a spiritual digital nomad is not being easy, and I'm making it fun, but it's not easy. Do you know what I mean? Especially depending on what circumstances that you find yourself in. I won't paint all of a glorious picture, but what I will say is living an intentional life and being very intentional with my time and my energy, and knowing my own health and that health freedom and just rating my vibration. So today it's between a 1 and 11. And I'm like, well, I feel really good now. But I'm like, no, acknowledge where probably your overall vibration is in terms of your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health, your spiritual health, your environmental health. Like, think of all of it. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to give myself a 10. I'm like, no, give yourself a 9. Acknowledge the dip, although I'm hormonal, so that's probably an impact, but acknowledge the dip and see what you can do. I did go on my walk, but I've not got that routine and that regime and eating clean and drinking and all those things that really fuel me. Like they tend to drop off on that cycle week. But um I think with a relocation in terms of with being able to be active with maybe my daughter or my niece or what have you, like them doing their routines and stuff, I think that'll maybe really good for me. um yeah, I think that might be really good for me. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to having a lot of fun and going places that I know. London, I don't know it. There's so many places to go in London, but I don't know it. And I don't, I said I went away for that environmental health and I had that energy reset and I felt high. I felt so amazing. When you do feel amazing, for a while you do have a dip, and this is evidently my dip, and I'm really good with it. I'm really good with it. I said to my daughter, I'm happy. I feel sad, but I'm happy. Do you know what I mean? There's a difference between like getting down and depressed and knowing and being depressed and knowing when I was on that path of burnout, like I did not see a way out. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so done. I'm done. Like I was at that level, and this just feels like a blip, I suppose, in just transitions and changes. And I embrace change. I said, I could literally be in a cupboard, do this, do what I'm doing, serve my clients, serve my students. I've got a call tomorrow, which I'm really looking forward to it with a student. And I've got a call for an interview on Friday evening. I'm really, do you know what I mean? Like I'm looking forward to those things. I don't want to go get a job. Do you know what I mean? It's like, why would you? I'm building my business again, coming back online. Everything takes time. Like, stop saying that stuff. And if we listen to people that are naysayers and are just not nice, I thought that everybody in the whole world were lovely. I thought every person on the planet was amazing. And over the last few years, I'm like, I don't think that's true anymore. Do you think that's true? I think like, is that like nice to say? It's probably not. Like, do we live in a friendly universe or not? I think we do. The universe is very friendly. I don't think every person is very friendly, um, or loving or kind. And I'd said to my niece, I said to my daughter, actually, this experience is making me be a better person. It's making me be a better version of me. So that's absolutely a good thing, right? Absolutely a good thing. It's helping me know me at my core and knowing what thoughts, because obviously it's our thoughts that create our reality, but not even that, just create our feelings. I know they create our reality and our results, but our feeling in that moment. And I say for environment in Emotional Freedom Wednesday, if something's not fun, I'm not doing it. Like I can't participate in it. My values, my vision and my values, like not if something is not in the path of my vision and my values, and it lowers my vibration, I can't participate in it. And Louise Hay was saying in the you can heal your life, eat things that make you feel good, be around people that make you feel good, be in environments that make you feel good. And that's what this is. It's just a reminder for me, it's a reminder for you. Just feeling good. There's nothing else on this planet. Like yesterday I'd read the book The Secret Child, Life After Loss. I read that, and that's the sign for my son. And I just think, he's not here and I am, and there is no way, not even one day, that I'm going to waste, and I want to take care of myself because I want to live to 100. So that health and that wealth is really important to me. So what's your vibrational frequency today? If it's lower than usual, why is that? How are you feeling? If nobody's asked you today, how are you today? Hopefully you feel amazing. And if you don't, that's okay. We're here to raise your vibration. You've listened to me rambling on. And do you know what? This is, again, it's for me. It's for me first. And hopefully by me sharing and being honest and being open, I won't tell all of my business or all of other people's businesses. You know what I mean? Like, that's not for me to do. You know, there's a level of privacy just because you're online, but you get the gist. And you can read between the lines and you can kind of see, you know, somebody's truth and somebody's sharing. And, you know, I love what I do. I love what I do. And it fuels my health. It fuels my soul. And there is nothing, just not one thing can ever dissuade me from that path again. Because the last year not doing that, yes, helping family, yes, it was horrendous. In terms of my calling, it was horrendous in terms of not feeling all of me, not fueling, not channeling that energy and speaking that out. And it's been about 3 months since I was fostering, and I got my health back, and I feel amazing. My body feels amazing. My mind feels amazing. I feel amazing. And for me, I think that's a massive success. Spiritual business success isn't just about the money, go and get a job. Like, no, what don't listen when somebody, sometimes we do have to, don't get me wrong. And my daughter's like, it's not like you haven't worked alongside doing your business before. And it's not like blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes it's like, burn those bridges, baby, and get it done. You know, I'm not saying to go and do that, or I advise that. This is not advice. I'm just saying that, you know, sometimes you just know where you need to be. And I've had conversations around with clients and students and team and stuff around this very topic, that just sometimes you position yourself, you're in a space of get it done. No more avoiding, no more excuses. It's on you. Let's go. But look after yourself, your health and wellness. So rate your vibrational frequency. And what I do say is how you feel it in terms of soul funk versus soul flow. And so I felt funky. I felt in more soul funk today, and then soul flow. Like, I was just like, only for like not even if it was all day. If it's all day, I'll say it's all day. I won't let it be all week. I remember saying that to my students and my members in my network before. Like, no, we might do an hour, couple of hours, 2-3 hours a day, but we don't do like days and weeks, right? That you just don't give yourself permission to do that. But you absolutely give yourself permission to feel the feels of how you feel, to let it out and release it, let toxins out if they need to come out. And for me, doing this podcast and acknowledging whether, you know, how I feel, whether it's in that soul funk and that soul flow, it's more important for me to do the work, because I know that I've got to show up and I know that I've got to be here. This is why I've done that. You know, it's those days where you're like, oh, I don't want to do it. It's important to me, and everyone around me knows that what I'm doing, like, they know that I'm showing up, they know that I'm speaking out, and they know that I'm serving deep. So usually people around me just manage their own emotions. And like, my best friend, we've been friends since we were 6 years old, and she says sometimes she doesn't call me, which makes me mad, but and I go off on her. I'm like, why don't you call me? She's like, you're always happy. I don't want to bring you down. So when you're high vibing, that's not the friendship. I'm like, that just makes me a rubbish friend. Like, call me, and you know, I'll always be there. And I know she wants a hug, so I'm gonna have to go give her a hug. Not have to. I want to go give her a hug. But yeah, it's that vibration when you're feeling more in flow. But the thoughts and the thoughts come from the feelings, like what you're feeling. So you're journaling out with me on the 7 Freedom Frequency podcast. just note how you feel today and then see what you can put in place. We'll talk about that for next week, over this next week, or see where you've dropped off. I'm hardcore on my exercise, and I haven't been. I'm hardcore on like, well, my journaling, I'm doing this now. I'm just hardcore on everything. Like I go hard on things, and I haven't been able to, mostly like internet and space and stuff. And it's just it's impacted me more than what I thought it would, and that's time for a reset and a change. And I welcome change. I embrace change. It's disruptive, but I welcome change, and I'm grateful. Do you know what I mean? I'm grateful. So let's talk about the vision board and the 7-day spiritual business vision board challenge for life work balance. And we're talking about health and balancing your wealth for spiritual entrepreneurs. So how is that for you? What does it look like on your vision board? I have a very clear vision, that or something better. Excuse me. So I know that level of accountability as a coach and as a mentor, that I need to be walking my talk, like no matter what. Like I explained to just about everyone that was around me that when I was offline, looking after the kids, like this is not the life. Like this is not the life. Meaning I am not comfortable with going out there and saying, hey, just buy my stuff. I want to be the example and the role model of what it is that I'm teaching. I don't believe in not walking your talk or not practicing what you preach. I don't mean you've got to be perfect at it. So therefore, I hold myself accountable on a daily. So it's like almost like a shield and a barrier, because it's boundaries. I suppose it's boundaries. People say to me, you've got, all of my students had said to me in public, in like our groups and stuff and on calls, like your boundaries are hard. And I'm like, they're like big boundaries. And I was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I just thought that was normal. I have got big boundaries. Like I've got big boundaries. And I think that you need big boundaries, to be fair. I think sometimes if you've got blurry boundaries, in fact, a lot of my students had blurry boundaries around the things that they were on their vision board, like for each area. So 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast and Spiritual Business Success with me, Iona Meade, is about contributing and living a life purpose-led business, like leaning into that, and then having health freedom, and then having emotional freedom, and environmental freedom, and relationship freedom, and spiritual freedom, and financial freedom. Like I want it all. Like for me, when my daughter's like, Mum, anybody knows, like to get you with that, like go get a job when you're an entrepreneur, and somebody goes, go and get a job, not to say that you never need to, you know what I mean? But like, she's like, people know that's going to tug on you. And I'm just like, that is not health freedom for me. It's just not. It's not environmental freedom. It's not relationship freedom. It's not financial. It's 100% not financial freedom. And we are taught and programmed. Made the internet break. It keeps going off, but that's okay. I don't care if the internet goes off or not. I'm not bothered. It's like my vibration, whatever that is. But we're not taught to be self-sufficient. We're not taught to work for ourselves. We're not taught to be in service, and that's what I'm here for. So, what is on your vision board in terms of all of the 7 freedoms? What does it look like? Have you factored in health and balancing that? Please do, look, not looking after yourself and having the thoughts, like Louise Hay says, you can heal your life. If you've got dark thoughts, you're going to have dark energy. And if you've got dark energy, you're going to have disease in your body. That is what she says. And I believe that. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to manage my thoughts and I manage my feelings. And that's my health. That's my health. And I fortunately for me, I passed that on to my daughter. The things that she was saying to me today, I was crying and I was laughing and I was crying and I was laughing, I was crying. She just knew and knows what to say. And she was just giving me so many jokes. And, she knows my values. And I love that. I love that. She's absolutely amazing. And, you know, my son's not here. It's 8 years since he passed. But she absolutely like got it from him as well. We were all just like that, just all a team and just a bunch of laughs. And I miss that. I miss that so much with him. Absolutely amazing, 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 amazing young man. He would have been 28, you know, and he passed. He didn't make it to 20. And his energy. Hey, love, how you doing? I'm ranting today, Robin. So Robin has joined us on the YouTube channel. You must have felt my vibration. I've just, yeah, I'm only at vision board, and it's 30 minutes in. So, how are you doing? How's your health? Are you balancing your health and wealth? And how are you on Facebook when it told me it didn't even broadcast on Facebook? Apparently it did. Amazing. Said I had problems with streaming. I'm hot now. Hopefully you're good. What is your vibrational frequency in terms of health? Rant away. Thank you. Because sometimes you just need that, don't you? Like I'm like ranting about my own health. I've had a teary day today. Yep, I'm live on FB. Whoop, whoop. See this repurposing? Yes. Mm-hmm. So if you're listening only, go to episode 16, I believe, on the YouTube podcast, and I'm waving at you in my orange t-shirt. So yeah, I was talking about my vibration. So let me know how your vibration is. Hopefully you're taking care of yourself. And hormonal, Robin knows me. So Robin and I are friends. We've been friends for a long time. We're soul sisters. Robin and I have worked together. She's been a student. She's been a soul guide instructor for the Soul Legacy Academy, all things. And so, yeah, Robin knows. It's like hormonal. But balancing that health from that wealth, Robin, I was saying, Health Freedom Tuesday, she's a 10. Yes, I wanted to do 10. And I dipped so much today that I'm like, own it. Let's do an 11. I mean, let's do a 9. So, yeah, well done for that. What I want to say, Robin, is what did you do to make that be a 10 that you didn't do last week? You do have to share it, but write it down and keep doing more of that. And so for me, I went for my walk today and that felt really good to be out in the fresh air. I did walk further than what I'd been walking recently. But I've had like a hormonal day, and my daughter, I was saying that Darnell and Mia just, you know, when your kids, they just get you. My kids just got me always when nobody else has got me. We just had such a tight unit, and she just made me laugh. And I was crying, but I was laughing, and she was just saying so many things. I'm like, yeah, that's what I would say. You know, sometimes when you just need your own pep talk, she was giving me that. And I was like, thank you so much. I said, I'm happy, but I'm hormonal and I feel sad in this moment. And I know that for my mental health, my emotional health, my environmental health, spiritual health, physical health, social health, all the healths, that I'm on track. I'm on track, and changes are happening that I didn't plan, but I'm good with it because I just embrace all of the journey. I'm like, okay, this is what it is. Being a spiritual digital nomad is not like easy, but it's definitely teaching me and it's helping me grow and being a better person. So thank you for sharing your health freedom. I definitely feel really, really good, and that's one of the points with the vibrational frequency. It's like, what's your dominant free vibration over this? Robin said, I'm glad you honored your feelings. Yes, it is in a moment, isn't it? It doesn't last forever. Yeah, I was listening to You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, and basically she said it's your thoughts, you know, it's your thoughts, but obviously your beliefs. And she was saying in the book, like, people think, oh, well, this happened to me, so because this happened, I can't do this, and because this happened, I can't do this. And you know, I one of my friends was saying, you know, why don't you go and get like help with social housing? And I'm like, dude, spiritual nomad, digital nomad does not include that. And I'm like, no, you don't get it, but that's okay. You know, I'm gonna go for my dream now or never. You know, make me or break me kind of thing. And you know, it was one of those dippy days, but Mia just lit me up. She's absolutely incredible. I'm so lucky to have a daughter like her. Honestly, she's absolutely incredible. Um, she's the most incredible person I know, actually, along with my son. Absolutely most incredible person I know, and they fuel me. And I want to look after my own mental health and balance that well, just to show her, do you know what? Yeah, Mia's a love. Yeah, you know, she is. She's absolutely the most incredible person I know. She's not perfect, and Robin knows she's not perfect. And you know what? We all have our dips, and she went through grief and stuff with me, and it affected her health and her mental health. And we've come out the other side. We've been through a lot of changes in this last year together as a unit, as a family, and just to hear her today just lit me up. Like, we say family and stuff, and we all stand for family. It's like family first and family are sometimes friends and stuff. And, we want to be grateful for who we have. It's just amazing. So we want to express gratitude, right? So my gratitude covers all of the seven freedoms and the frequency of that. So Robin says none of us are perfect. We're all still having human experience. This has been a very human experience for me today. But then a lot of laughter sprinkled just to, do you know what I came out of that conversation with? Because she's like, Mia said to me, Mum, like, I wonder what the universe is trying to tell you. She said, I think we said about a lesson. She went, I think this is a lecture. I'm like, I think so too, darling. I think so too. Then when I got off the phone, I'm like, this is an illusion. This is an illusion. Our health is an illusion. Like if what we think and what we feel manifests, we can turn that around. And I'm like, oh, holy moly, that's the thing. Robin says, be right back. No worries, love. I'm just going to express gratitude. I'm going to keep on ranting. Robin says, isn't that a great way to explain it, though, having a human experience today? Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's not easy, but we do what we need to do. Thank you, love. And thank you for hopping in. That's really made my day today. I really do appreciate it. So I'm going to say I'm happy and grateful and appreciate in terms of contribution, the contribution that I'm able to make in Robin's life. We've had an amazing journey. We've had an amazing last couple of years. So I'm really happy and grateful for that. So thank you, Robin, and the fact that you're here, and she's all the way out in the States, and I'm here in the UK. Whew, I'm happy and grateful and appreciate. Do you know what I first looked at was water? Because we are just knowing that we're water, not 80% water, 70% whatever it is, and that we can fuel our bodies and have clean water. Like I've got bottles of water next to me. I'm happy and grateful for the clean water that I've had to drink today. I'm happy and grateful in terms of emotions. I'm happy and grateful that I have let them out today and expressed them. And I've had a virtual hug from my daughter. She's amazing. That love conquers everything. The freedom, the vibration. When you're, vibrating at a lower frequency, we'll talk about that tomorrow for emotional freedom. Wednesday, when you are vibrating at a lower frequency and then you hit love, it's like, oh, okay, everything's fine. Like, I'm good. And we want to vibrate at love, appreciation, joy, and knowledge, and, all those things. Just amazing. So I'm really happy and grateful and appreciate my daughter's love. Yeah. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate. And so this is today, this is in the present. So when we talk about raising our vibration and we talk about gratitude, it could be something in the past if you don't feel like you've got that much to be grateful for, something in the present, and something in the predicted future. And those are very much in the present. So that groundedness to be in the present and be really grateful for now, like, and experiencing Robin and experiencing my water and the love from that feels amazing. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate environmental freedom. So I'm grateful for the place that I have been, and to experience. I haven't experienced a lot of London, but we did go out to the theatre. Went out to the theatre with my goddaughter. I'm super happy and grateful for that. My friend treated us both to the theatre, and it was an incredible experience. So that was in the past, but I'm really happy and grateful. We had a beautiful day out. It was really, really nice, and if I hadn't been here, then I wouldn't have been able to experience that. So, I'm happy and grateful and appreciate relationships, the relationship with my goddaughter. I'm so ecstatic about that. Like, I really am. Like, yeah, my friend's daughter, who I'm staying with, um, yeah, she's incredible. I want our daughters to meet, so I'm really looking forward to having that relationship. A healthy relationship. So I'm talking about health, balancing health and wealth, but expressing gratitude for all areas of our life is huge. So have you said gratitude today? Hey, love, how are you doing? So it says Facebook user. I can see that you're on. Let me know your name if you're comfortable with it. And if I know you, great. You're here. Hello, love. Great to see you. So whoever said love knows me, because that's what I say. Hey, love. I say hey, love to everyone. And I'm on Facebook, but it told me I wasn't. And now it's told me that you're not on here. So whoever that was, hey, love, right back to you. Oh, it's Robin. What? That is weird. Hey, love, great to see you. Oh, hi, Robin. They said hi, Robin. So who is it? Oh, it's Sydney. Hey, love. I might have known. I'm like, it's got to be somebody that knows me to say, hey, love. I love that. Love is everything. Thank you so much for your comment on the post that I put on Facebook, that um, and saying that I'm loved. Oh, do you know what? I needed that today. I was having one of those days, or one of those few hours, and it really lit me up. And I'm just truly happy and grateful for the beautiful soul sisters that I have all over the world. Like, oh gosh, um, and the fact that you helped me out with the card, the name from yesterday. I've got three today. Three jumped out at me, so we'll have fun with those in a second. Hopefully, you are all good. I know that you messaged me and said you're a little bit off, like off color. So health, right? Health freedom. You want to be looking after yourself. Woohoo! So glad. Thank you. You never know. Just spreading that seed and that love around is just phenomenal. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate spiritual freedom in terms of listening to my guidance and knowing that there's flow, but knowing that ease, grace, and flow comes even through the crevices of what looks like a problem, or what looks like a challenge, or what looks like an upheaval, or it looks like a change, or it looks like a whatever that is. Like, I knew that fostering my great niece and nephews for a year, I knew that was the right thing to do. It wasn't easy, but now I look in hindsight, and speaking with the lady that owns a charity for kinship fostering, and being able to and invited to get involved with the project to help even more people. I'm like, oh wow. And that takes me to be able to look after my own mental health, and my emotional health, and my physical health, and my spiritual health, and my environmental health. There's no way that I can be at that level and not look after myself. Do you know what I mean? Robin says she's back, but it says one person's on. So Facebook. Sydney says much better. Cooking has been so healing. Who would have thought? Really? Oh, yummy. Send me pictures on the DMs. I'm like, although I eat plant-based, I don't know if I'd eat it, but so Robin says to Sydney, how are you feeling? Thank you, guys. See that love right there? See that community? It says two people are on now. There's a lag. So financial freedom. So I'm happy and I'm grateful. What am I happy and grateful for with financial freedom today? Because it's been a tough one for me. With my mother saying, what are you doing? Building a business, and like, go get a job. I'm like, I'm happy and grateful and appreciate being able to put my work out there and knowing I'm worthy. Robin will love this. Knowing I'm worthy to receive. That's big for me in terms of that financial freedom. It's like all of this and the limitation in choice and being pushed and pulled just says, Iona, allow that financial freedom to flow in. And I know that I'm worthy. I'm like, there's no doubt in my mind where it's like, you are telling me to do this, but my heart and soul knows different. And there would have been a time where I was like, nah, I'm doubtful, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. And absolutely not. I've been on it's not a new rodeo for me. And I haven't had all of the pull around me and the energy around me and the projection towards me coming through me, like supporting me and lifting me up. I haven't had that. And if you haven't had that, I'm here for you. I believe in you 1,000,000%. You know those moments when you don't really believe in yourself and you're like, I'm faking it. I believe in you. I believe in you. And you know that financial freedom is not out of reach for any one of us, especially when we have light work in the world and especially when we're a spiritual entrepreneur. So that financial freedom and the frequency of that, I'm loving that. I welcome that. Absolutely. Bring the 50K. So Robin says, yes, I do have that 1,000,000%. I do love that 1,000,000%. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Notice how you said million. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'd said I was having a conversation with Ramona and I said, people believe people that have in power and have money, but then people believe that money is bad. And I'm like, but why are you running and rolling with this? Do you know what I mean? I'm like, be a good person. and that, that stuff will flow. All right. So next thing is, let me check my journal. I want to respect your time. How do you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day in terms of your health? Right. And so what do you need to do? Robin, you're vibing high. How are you feeling, Sydney, in terms of your health freedom? We rate between a 1 and an 11. Whatever your vibration is, how has this week been? What can you do over this next week to improve it? Like visualize you in the morning, in the evening, and at night. And I've just been, talking about my routine. And in the environment I'm in, it's quite a small space. So I was working out in the bedroom, and it's tiny. And I don't have to, but I just, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay. But I've been walking and whatever. I'm actually a gym goer now. So I've missed going to the gym. So I'm looking forward to getting back into the gym. So like, what can you do over this next week? So on Saturday, it's my big brother. All of my brothers are big brothers, but my eldest brother's birthday. And I should be catching up with family. And then after that, like next week's a different week. So, yeah, just that health routine. So what can you do? Mine's going to change. So I'm not going to inject anything new. I'm going to probably just go out for that walk and do those things and drink more. Probably won't be eating healthy because it's my cycle week. So I'm just good with that. And if that's the case for you and you're good with it, then that's fine. I'm not saying coast for an entire week, but how do you ideally want to launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day? Usually I'm really good. And I also give myself grace. Sydney says, yes, I bring 50K month after month after month. Whoop, whoop. Yes. Just saying. Absolutely. I just sent out some messages earlier, and when you're like, I'm like, just do it. I sat on the bed in that moment and I was like, this is going to make me 50K. And like, literally, I typed out what I was feeling and where I was and the version of me who would have accepted whatever people were saying. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, this is the message. This is the message. So if it makes, if it banks the 50K in 50 days or in a month, I will absolutely tell you the story. I'll give you the template for the message. I'd say it's a 9 today. Mine's a 9 today. Yeah, mine's a 9 today. I don't know if that's a true reflection because all week it's been at an 11. But in this moment today, like not in this moment even, but today it dipped. And I want to acknowledge that. So next week I can say that I've addressed it and have that not continue on, that energy, because even though there's a dip, so it's gone great all week. I'm like, I feel amazing. I feel amazing. Even though there's that dip, sometimes there can be residual energy from it. So I want to acknowledge that dip in me so that I can raise my vibration, but also clear out anything that is like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? So it's good. So how would you feel into this next week to make it better? Sydney says, I've been keeping up with my stretches. Yay! And next week, hope to get back to my Pilates. Woo, woo. And then you can come and check in. I love that. I love that. I haven't ever done Pilates. I've read about it. Yoga and Pilates, a mix. I used to have a book on it. I was going to put it into my bookshelf. I miss all of my books, I'm not even going to lie. So yeah, launching your day, leading your day, and leaving your day. Awesome. All right, so the next 3 action steps, if you've got some soul-guided action steps, write those down, commit to them. Even one thing that you could do more. I know my water intake is not as being as good. I've been drinking decaf coffee, but like, yeah. And that's classed as a water intake because it's decaf, but I do feel the difference. I definitely feel the difference. All right, soul income game time. Woo, woo. All right, so the Soul Legacy Journal, for those of you who don't know, Robin and Sydney know. Robin knows more than Sydney, so Sydney, you're here. Let's do this. This is my journal, the Soul Legacy Journal, because I'm the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy. And if you're not watching on the YouTube channel, I'm pointing to the journal right now. So it's 365 days of your spiritual awakening. We're raising our vibe. We're always having an awakening, right? But we have really significant ones. And so I say it's a co-created soul path to spiritual alchemy for light workers. And this journal is amazing because it gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day for you to journal and write down that you've tithed 10% to a worthy cause. My worthy cause is Compassionate Friends because it's a charity for bereaved parents, and I am one. There's rules. You don't get to pay bills. Come from the energy. I don't know why I always do this. It's like, come from the energy. I reckon on every single video, I'm like, come from the energy. I'm like, draw that energy down of the bills are taken care of. Done. Boom. You don't get to save it because all your savings are like taken care of. Boom. Done for the year. And you spend your vibrational £1,000, dollars, euros every single day. So 10% is on a worthy cause. Actually go out to that worthy cause on the page, click it, or whatever it is. Do that so your mind, ouch. So your mind tells you when you bank this 50k in 50 days, it's not just for me, it's for a worthy cause. And you can see and visualize others experiencing that wealth through you, or health, or whatever it is, like you're giving back. We are a vehicle and a vessel to give back and make a difference in the world. And you might think, oh, just 10%. Well, tithe more, but minimum 10%. And so and be good with receiving. So this is your receiving muscle. So you spend it on your vision board. I just got a message. Oh. You spend it on your vision board. What's on your vision board? Anything that's on your vision board. And if you want to make a bigger purchase, you can carry it over to the next day. And the next day, Monday to Sunday. But by Sunday, you have to spend this vibrational money voucher, or all of your vibrational money vouchers, right? It's about getting you into being healthy, having a healthy relationship with money, and having a healthy relationship with the version of you that is on your vision board, and bringing that version of you into now. That's like, for me, like the version of me on my vision board is not going out there and going to get a job, not putting down a job. I've done it. I just did fostering for a whole entire year. Like, now is my season to move back into building my business online and being good with that. Like, why would I want to do that? Like, that's going to detract me even further from the vision of it's contradictory to me. And so I'm just like, that's not in alignment. I know what my vision is, and I'm in alignment with that. That feels really off. That is not what my higher self is telling me at all. So spend your vibrational money voucher by Sunday. And if you do, and I will spend mine, I'll come on to the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast and spend it. If you do not spend it, right, you do not participate, this is your challenge, bank 50k in 50 days, vibrationally first. If you do not spend it, what happens, Robin? If you do not spend it, If you snooze, what happens, Robin? Robin will tell you exactly what will happen. Now bring it right up on the screen. Right? Just saying. All right. So I talked about the book, You Can Heal Your Life. Quite, Robin says, you lose it. You snooze, you lose. Who wants to lose money and you're telling the universe that you're going to bank 50K for 50 days? No. You lose it, use it, I'll lose it, dude. This is about taking accountability for being the version of connected. Like, no amount of physical money is going to deter you from feeling into the version of you that your soul has expressed you to experience on this earthly plane. That's where we get the mismatch, right? No, not anymore. And then with the Bank 50K in 50 Days challenge on the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Masterclass, we do it, we build the business to handle that, but we practice the vibration of it. If you can see it, if the mind of man can conceive, and woman can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Big bit in the middle, believe. So this is the believey bit. Taking action, this is the believey bit. I know believey bit is not really a word, but this is the believey bit. You're going to believe it. Do you know what I mean? And so, like, you're going out, the more evidence that you can put into your subconscious, like, yeah, it's done. I'm vibing high with Iona Meade every single day. I own spending their vibrational money. Sydney says this week probably average at 5, but today I finally feel human. Oh, and coughing isn't giving me an ab work. Is giving you an ab workout. That's not funny that you're not well, but yeah, I know that feeling when you're like, oh, hopefully you've got somebody looking after you. Oh, absolutely. I'm using it. Fantastic. Write down in your journal how you want to use it today, and if you don't, and definitely with the tithing, because I know it's like, oh, I don't want to go shopping every day, like it's a chore, so I just do it on Sunday. I'm just like, do you know what, but if I see something in the week, I'm like, oh yeah, I could get that, or I'll have that, or oh, that's on my vision board, so I never feel a lack. Do you know what I mean? And then what we do is we build the business to be in alignment with that, and then we're like, oh, okay, it just feels normal. It feels normal, rather than like blocks. I think that's it. Way! Yes, we've done the book. We'll do the card. And then I will invite you to the call, the monthly call, because we're on it. Make sure you're scheduled into the call. This is Isis. I think that's Isis. Sydney will tell me. Magic manifesting. This is what I'm talking about. And if you're not looking, I'm dancing on you. This is what I mean by, like, when you're vibing and you noticing and acknowledging you, and you release those emotions in that moment, and you acknowledge what it is, and you don't spread it to every single area of your life. It's like, what is this issue? It's this. Do you know what I mean? It's just this. It's this bit. It's not all of my life. It's gone down the toilet. It's not all my contribution is not working, or it's not all of my blah blah blah. It's this piece. Do you know what I mean? I love exercising my receiving muscle. Ooh, ooh. I think that's why the tithing is at 10%, 100%. Yeah. Oh yes. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me. So your desire, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. That's it. Stay focused. I'm gonna read it again. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. This is what I got today. Instead of getting one card, I'm like shuffling 3 of them. I'm like, what are you doing? Next one, Lady Nada. Heart awakening. You see how this works? I love it. So awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. Oh, absolutely. Like, get your arms wide, receive. Thank you. Absolutely. Give and receive in balance. I'm definitely a giver. I'm open to receiving. And you know, and I ask. And some people, you know what, for me, over the years, people don't expect me to ask when this is going on, blah blah blah, and make me feel bad or guilty for asking. I'm like, no, dude, I'm asking. Like, I'm good with that, and I am okay with receiving. People just expect me to always be at a certain level and never be in the position to ask. And I'm like, no, listen, I've had to be very humble, and begging does not feel good on me. It does not feel good on me at all. You do what you've got to do. So, did I just do that? I did, didn't I? Hang on, wrong card. Holy Amethyst. Divine Alchemy. Oh, Divine Alchemy. Move beyond current challenges. I'm pointing, sorry. Focus on what you desire. Are they beautiful cards or what? Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. I think all three cards today were like a big message for me, a big message for you. Stay on it. Stay on your path. When it looks like rubbish, when you don't have like the big, we're here. Come to the Spiritual Biz YouTubers Network. Come to the group, the YouTube podcasting partnerships for spiritual entrepreneurs within movement. Come to the free networking call to continue on this conversation. It's a free networking call to come and connect, co-create and collaborate, cross-promote, be a guest, find a guest, be in the space for people that get it, want to hold space for you, rooting for your success, loving up on you even when you don't feel well. All the things. It's just going to be such an amazing space for you. I know it is. I know that you'll love it. We're getting going. I'm putting it out there. And I'm just really looking forward to everybody that comes on the call and just spreading more energy of the Seven Freedoms frequency and being good with having that spiritual business success rather than repelling it, is what I'm just saying. Sydney says, I love and appreciate my heated mattress pad. Oh, do you know what? That sounds like heaven. I used to have one. Yeah, and then I was sleeping on the sofa bed for a year, so I did not have one. But I hadn't had one for years, but I think I'm going to invest in one. Yes. My birthstone. Amethyst, is it? Yay. They nailed it, didn't they? I'm like, thank you, universe. My daughter says, the universe is not just giving me a sign, it's giving me a lecture. I'm like, I heard it. And I found my son's glasses today that his Erlen glasses that I wear behind the bookshelf. And I was like, if I hadn't have kind of just started to feel around and adjust and pack up my stuff, I would have left them. I would have been gutted. I mean, they wouldn't have gone anywhere. My friend would have eventually found them, but I'm just really happy that I found them. So just in those moments, he's just like, here, mum. And yesterday when I read the book, he's like, here, mum. I'm like, okay, thank you, babe. I absolutely love that deck. It's beautiful, isn't it? And how many decks have you got? I can't wait to see you reading yours. Tell me again how to get your beautiful journal. Oh, I will. There's one. So this one, stay there. So this one is a spiral one on Amazon. It's a blank notebook. And that's on Lulu. And then this one is on Amazon. I've got to adjust it. So yeah, I'll send you the link. Thank you. I love that. And that is going to be our cover the book series, Spiritual Awakening Stories, because everybody needs to share all of this lessons and this just amazing. Sydney, did you see the Spiritual Awakening and the YouTube Summit? Did you see any of the interviews while you were laid up in your bed having like an illness episode? It was lit. It was amazing. So yeah, thank you so much for your love and your support. I really appreciate you. Thank you for sharing this time with me on the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast. This is Iona Meade at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. Signing off. I am the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy. Come over. I would love to have you be a student in the Soul Legacy Academy and continue on this conversation. I have a 2-hour monthly coaching call. If you guys are not on the call, the Seven Freedoms Frequency call, schedule on. It's the first Monday of the month at 1. No, it isn't. It's at 3 p.m. UK time. So on the 6th of November. Is when our next call is. So schedule on that so we can do more of this because I've really missed it. So I'm back into this because I think it's really I think it really serves us not only to talk about business, but talk about our health and our wellness for sure. Sydney says, I only saw the first one. And I have no idea what. Sydney, can you type that again? Because I think Facebook did a mass typo. I only saw the first one. And did you share it or something? And spoke to my heart. I think that's what you said. I'll wait for you to type again. I'm like, what does that say? If you can see that on the screen, I'm like, Robin does this when I type on her life because I am terrible with typo. It's actually my spelling though. She really spoke to your heart. Did she? Was it Ramona's one? Oh wow. I love that. Yeah, we're all on this journey together. We're all on this journey together. And excuse me, that's what I wanted this. And if you don't know, the Spiritual Awakening and the YouTube Summit will also be the podcast, but it's a YouTube Summit as well at the Soul Legacy TV. So subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't. Search for that. Listen along as well. I'm going to be converting the episodes into the podcast. We go live on the Soul Legacy TV at October through to April on the 2 middle Wednesdays of the month. I call them binge watch Wednesdays or binge listen Wednesdays. And at 9 a.m., 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. UK time live. And I love that it really spoke to your heart because it takes a lot to be able to come on and share, and I'm really pleased about that. So I'm looking forward to doing November and December and January, February, March and April. And then we're out of season until next October. So I'll speak to you guys soon. Thank you so much. Big love. Sydney says, okay, cool. I'll go back and look for the others. Yeah, it's in the playlist on the YouTube channel. It says Spiritual Awakening. They've got thumbnails in for the guests, the 6 shows that are there. So every single month, there'll be 6 shows on 2 days in the month. So you can also click notify me for the next shows. If they haven't got the guest confirmed yet, they'll be blank, but it will be going live at that time. So I'm excited. I've got guests lined up. I've got to have some more conversations, and that's it. It's like that juggling of over here and over here as you get a project out there. But I'm really proud of it, and I'm really looking forward to it hitting the heart as and when it needs to, and for whoever it needs to. So yeah, I definitely do share it out. Thank you so much. I shall speak to you soon. Take care. Big love. Mwah.